morning everybody, and welcome to the Journaling Chronicles. My name's Jeanette and I'm here today to show you one of my finished journals. This is a knitting journal that I've done, so I'm going to do a flip through for you. It is quite a chunky monkey, as you can see. I got a bit carried away. It's a one signature journal and I haven't used a kit at all. I have used things that I purchased long time ago, bits and pieces of lace, stitch markers, ribbons, that kind of thing. And most of the items that are in the journal, I had a little look around Pinterest and I went on Pixabay, and basically everything in here is what I've got off the internet for free. Very difficult to try and get a lot of pages, ephemera and bits and pieces for a particular journal, such as a knitting or a crocheting one. This is a knitting journal, sorry. I've got the nameplate here, and then we've got the laser etched journal tag. It has got a, like I say, one signature, and it's got a 3-hole pamphlet stitch with a little wooden sheep to the side of it there. I don't know if you can see. There you go. It's got two little, I can't remember what these are called. Not brads, are they? No. The brads are the ones with the two prongs, aren't they? These are eyelets, are they? Eyelets. Eyelets front and back. This is the back. I got this loop. If anybody's familiar with knitting or crocheting or any kind of crafting, Loop of London is a really cute little yarn shop. Very, very expensive, but cute. So I've put that on there and then just decorated it with a little bit of, what do you call this? Like writing from a book page with scissors and a little bit of crochet in there, and I've put crochet on the back. Anyway, let's have a look in. Like I say, it's a bit chunky. I got a bit carried away. I think I am going to put this in my Etsy shop. I do have an Etsy shop over on a different channel, and I was thinking about opening a separate Etsy shop to put my journals in. But you know what? I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to stick it all in the same shop because it's all my work. Anyway, let's get going. So, it is quite a hard cover. And all these pages from the front and, you know, the inside and the outside of the cover, they're all from a magazine. And they've got phrases, and I loved this because this just reminds me of, I don't know, country cottage, sat all cosy. There's a little bit of crocheted bunting going across. I don't know, I just really loved this, and I thought that's perfect for the inside of a cover. On the first page, I've got some flowers that I cut out and put in like a little vellum window from, where's that from? An envelope, you know, like a recycled envelope. This is some flowers that I made from Tanya at Tattered Treasures. And these are the brads, aren't they? This is like a little tiny love art. And then this is just a stick-on bead. She has got a tutorial out for these, so if you head over to her channel, I will try and link things, but I'm quite new to this linking YouTube channels down below, so I will try, but if it's not there, they are made by Tanya at Tattered Treasures. And then on the next page, there's a little tuck spot here, and this is a note from the maker on the back of I love this bike. It's a yarn bombed bike. Isn't it good, that? So yeah, so that's a letter from the maker, tucked in there in a little tuck spot. And then this is another little tuck spot, a top tuck, and then a little journaling card with a little bit of space for journaling or keeping notes. I have tried to keep quite a lot of the pages blank, because if whoever buys this is going to use it for a crafting journal, then obviously, you know, you're going to need spaces to write down maybe bits of your pattern or keep notes, or, you know, so I did think that it needed quite a lot of space. So that's what I've tried to do. This is an old vintage knitting pattern. This is what my husband printed for me. This is our little dog here, Zach. Don't know who the cat is. He just fancied putting a cat on. And then it says Crafty Clegs there, which is my other channel. So there's a little bit of writing space there. I have put a tape measure there, so you could perhaps measure as you're going along. Again, more journaling space. I've left that one empty. This is tea stained, just graph paper. Then on this page, I've popped in a tea bag, because everybody loves a cup of tea when they're crafting. And then this is one of my very old cards for a pattern, knitting these little tiny, it's called Hugo. This is Hugo, and the pattern's on the back of it, so I've popped that in there for you to make a little Hugo if you're a crafter. And your tea bag in there. This is a print out of a magazine. I love this coloured blanket, really, really nice. And that's the back of it with scissors. This is a floating pocket. You can remove it with the, I've got just a little paper clip. This is just like a little tiny tag. You can either use that as a gift, to pop on a gift rather, if you're gifting anybody anything. And then there's a little bit of journaling space on the back, but I just thought that went quite nice there. And this is what I call the floating pocket. And I've made this. It's got, again, I printed this off the internet. It's got yarn and knitting needles there. Actually, no, they're crochet hooks. And then I've just stamped on a piece of scrap paper, scrap card, ball bands. I like to save all my ball bands, so I thought maybe you could pop all your ball bands in there. Good idea if you are like me and like to save all your ball bands, because I am a podcaster on another channel again for me crafting. So I'll link all these down below if I can, if you're interested. And I like to save all my ball bands to show on my podcast. And then on this page, again, I've left this blank in case you want to do any journaling. I always think that crafting is very relaxing and good for you. So it always reminds me of my wellness. So I've put that there. Then this is just like a little pad. I've stapled it together. It's all tea stained paper, this. It's just like a little notepad if you want to make notes. So I've popped that in there. Again, another card that I got off Pinterest, and I've put it on the back of a hard card, so you can journal on that one. Again, I've left these blank so you can make notes or journal. And when you're knitting and crocheting and with your cup of tea, I thought, what a better thing than a cake. So I thought that was quite apt to go in here. This is an old page out of one of my magazines. I think this is out of Molly Makes. This is some more graph paper, and as you can see, I've just punched it with my decorative punch there. This is another journaling card. When you open your eyes, all your loose ends will be woven in. And that's from The Wizard of Oz. Isn't that good? I've just done a little bit of decorative stitching, and again, it's on scrap card, so you can do some journaling. And I've just popped that there with a paper clip. I put this in because obviously it's a crafting journal, so you've got a nice picture of a crocheted blanket there. More journaling space. Tuck pocket there, tucks in the side with another journaling card. I love to knit. I I can't even say it. I knit to burn off the crazy. I'm crazy today. I've just done a bit of decorative stitching around the end, and again, it's put on scrap card for you to journal. This is the other half of the vintage pattern, and I've just put a little, I don't know what you call these. I'm quite, like you all know, I'm quite new to it, so I'm still learning the lingo. But yeah, this is just like a another bit of paper that, well, it's a card that I got from Loops of London, so I thought that was nice. I'd pop that on there. Then again, I got this off Pinterest. Knit in Public's Just a Bingo. And I've put, it's just a bingo, Knit in Public Bingo it is. And I've put some buttons on. Did you make your something too? You should sell your stuff on Etsy. What are you knitting? Well, look at your knitting. I just quite liked it, so I thought I'd pop that on there. And then this is a spread that I again downloaded off Pixabay, and this is the other half. I'll show you the other half after, and it says do something, and I'll show you the next. And then I crocheted a little tuck spot. No, not tuck spot, belly band. It's stuck there. So another journaling card, crocheter's hourly rate. And again, I put it on card for you to do some notes or journaling. You can tuck anything into that. So I crocheted those sunflowers. More journaling space if you need it. And I thought, well, everybody needs a bit of prettiness in a journal. So I've tried to match my 2 stitch markers for you to the page, and that's the best I could come up with. So there's a couple of balls of wool there, stitch markers that are good for you to use for something. A bit of a dangle, and that's the other side of it. Again, good for journaling. This is out of one of my books that I have, and I just had to have it because it's all about spring and the lamb. So yeah, I thought that was quite nice. Then more journaling space to take notes. Another card to journal on. And there's 2 here. Everybody Knits with Patons, and then Know Your Cut of Lamb. Scarf, sweater, mittens, belt, poncho, purse. I thought that were quite good as well. And again, both of these are off Pinterest. Then I quite liked this decorative page, so I've just popped that in with more journaling space. And this is the centre page, and I loved it. I thought, how nice is that to put in the centre? It's just a beautiful, beautiful picture, and because obviously it's got sheep in it, and we all like wool, again, that's the reason I put that there. I just love that, but I do love this house as well. I could just envision me sat in that little window there, knitting away. Oh, I'd love it. Anyway, so that's your centre one. That's your centre of the signature. And then we have another card here. And again, journaling space. And this was done on the back of tea-stained paper. This is a tea-stained paper page. Again, for journaling. Like I say, I wanted to leave quite a lot of journaling space in this one. That is the back of the other page. Again, journaling space. This is good for writing. And then this is a lavender sachet that I thought would be quite nice with little sheep on. So I've just popped that onto the side, but you can put that anyway. You can put it in a bag, in your drawers to make your things smell nice. Anything really. More journaling space. Quite liked that again because it's got a little lamb on it. I loved this picture. This is just how I am when I go on a road trip with my husband, because I am a keen crafter and I have wool everywhere. So I thought that was just the perfect picture. I have my project on my knee, wool down in the well of the car, in the glove compartment on the top. It just reminds me of me, this, so that's why I popped that in. And again, that's just on card for you to do some journaling. This is just like a little felt ball that I thought was quite nice, so I made it into a little altered clip. That's the back of the other page. This is another floating pocket, just held on with a paper clip. And in here we've got more journaling spaces. Again, the same, the sheep and Everybody Knits with Patons. And then we've just got a wooden ball of wool with, you could wrap wool around the middle of it. You could, well, I don't know, you could do all sorts with this. This is just a sample of the wools that you could use for one of your projects you're using. It's decorative more than anything else, but I just thought I'd pop that in there with them. I do like these floating pockets because you can take them in and out and pop them wherever you want. And on the back of there, it just says, well, it did say needlework. And this is like a piece of tissue paper, and quite like the sound of that. So that's just another floating pocket. I've left that blank, so if you wanted to, you could decorate that yourself. And this is the other half of that page that I wanted to show you. I loved this image, so I've just popped that in there for you. And again, left that blank. This is another vintage, oh, I can't get my words out. Vintage, what am I looking for, everybody? Knitting pattern. Then I've got another tuck spot here with a card, and then all this journaling space. Pop that in there. Like I say, it is quite a chunky monkey, isn't it? I did get a bit carried away. More space for journaling or making notes. That's the other half of that beautiful crocheted shawl. And I put this in because I just love this. Isn't that pretty? More graph paper if you want to do a little bit of designing. That's the other half of the cake paper. And then this is a tea stained paper, and I've just used some Tim Holtz, I don't know what you call these, just wooden letters, knit one, purl one. And then there's another of the flowers down here with a little pearl on. That's the other side of it, just a tea stained paper again if you want to journal. And that's the other half of that blanket that I showed you in the first half of the page of the journal. Another tea stained paper. This is an altered paper clip. It is actually a little notebook. You could use it, but I've just popped that on there. You could actually make notes in that, and it's just held together with a piece of embroidery thread. The other half of that knitting pattern, more journaling space, and then at the back here, just some little tuck rings, and in here is a pattern for a man's balaclava. Not that you'd make it, but you never know, you might do. You could take notes or decorate it. You can do anything with that. There's the options of there of making that all fancier are quite, well, there's a lot you could do to it. And that's why I've left it blank. You could, yeah, do anything to it. And then that's the last page, what I've left blank. And then at the back here, two massive balls of wool, odds and sods of wool, and yeah, it's just, oh, I just love it. I did reinforce the spine with washi tape, and that's it. And then, like I say, it's got the ribbon ties. It is, like I say, a bit of a chunky monkey, but I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. So that is my knitting journal. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much to my new subscribers. I've had a few new subscribers. I am at the moment working on a December daily for myself. I'm almost finished with that. It's just, I've literally just made a journal with pages because I want to decorate that each day as I go along. But I have got other things that I want to do as well. I'm getting quite carried away with the journaling. So for now, I just want to say thank you very much, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.